blues and lighter purples. Okay, so let's start with the egg pops and then we'll go from there. So egg pop number 1. You've got 4 pearls in your first one. You've got a Cadbury purple, a autumn peach, a candy floss pink, and a chocolate bronze. Cadbury purple, autumn peach, candy floss pink, and a chocolate bronze. Moving on to egg pop number 2. And you've got 4 pearls again. We've got a pastel off-white yellow, a sea green, a sunshine yellow, and a silver chocolate. Your next egg pop. Four pearls again, Nicola. You've got a bright hot pink, a brighter apple green, a snow white, and a watermelon. And then the last egg pop. And ending with 4 pearls again, the luck is in your favour. You've got a Cadbury purple, a brighter pink, a two-tonal watermelon, and a autumn peach. So a gorgeous selection of colours there. I'm going to see if we've got enough room to open up the oysters with the oyster pearls. So you'd like to keep one shell, donate the others here. So let's try and see if this shell will stay intact. So oyster number 1. You've got a softer pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And straight away down the front, oh, he's just popped out. You've got a black cherry. I don't believe there's any more in that one. Okay, so from your first oyster, we've got a black cherry. I'm just going to move this chocolate onto the other side. There we go, so I've got more room for the oyster pearls. Your next oyster, so mystery oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. A little bit of flesh there, but we can definitely see there's no pearls on that side. And Nicola, it's your lucky night. Look at that. You have got 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are quadding with your mystery oyster there. So 4 pearls in that one. Let me just dry these up for you. We've got a coral, autumn peach, a TARDIS blue, and a chocolatey silver. Still 2 oysters to go, so moving on to your next one. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Straight away at the top we can see a darker pearl there, and if I just have a squidge, there's no more in that one. Now to me he looks like he's going to be a tiger's eye. So tiger eye is a darker and lighter chocolate, almost like the tiger eye Look at him, gorgeous tiger eye pal. And then moving on to your last oyster. Double pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And oh, so you've got a runaway, and I can definitely see two more. 1 and 2. There's no more in that one. So your last oyster, you have triples. And we've got a two-tonal watermelon, a darker gunmetal grey, and a lemon yellow. So from the top here then, we've got a chocolate Cadbury purple autumn peach and a candy floss pink, chocolatey bronze, bridal white, sea green, sunshine yellow, and the silver chocolate, hot pink, apple green, snow white. I said bridal white for that one, it's actually an off-white yellow. So snow white and a watermelon. Cadbury purple, bright pink, watermelon, autumn peach. Burgundy red, no sorry, black cherry, tiger eye, coral, autumn peach, TARDIS blue, and the chocolate, watermelon, gunmetal grey, lemon yellow. Nicola, what do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, then they are yours. If of course you're not happy and you'd like to swap some, we can do that for you. And if you'd like to take a screenshot and email me swaps across, if you'd like some time to think about it, then we can definitely do that for you as well. So I'm just wrapping up your shells, and then I'll start running them through the board for you, Nicola. Okay, so if I start measuring the egg pop ones, the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The other chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Cadbury purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your candy floss pink's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Nicola, what do you think to these? Right, I've juice refresh there. I haven't seen you comment yet. The pastel yellows, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the sea greens, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Sunshine yellows, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the chocolates, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. The hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Apple green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the snow white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Swap the black cherry and the chocolate ones for different blues, but keep the tiger eye. So that's 5 chocolates you'd like to, and the black cherry to swap out, keeping the tiger eye for blues. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I only have these kinds of blues available at the moment. I don't have any of the shades of blue, so if you're not happy with these, there'll either be a weight on blues, my lovely, or we'd have to go for a different colour. But I've added in those, excuse me, let me just readjust this. There we go. I've added in these 5 at the top here, so lightest to darkest. What do you think to those? Yes, brilliant. Okay, so the rest of the pearls then, are you happy with those colours? The tiger eye is, I don't think I got to that side yet. Sorry. Tiger eye is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Brighter watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Are you happy with all of those there, Nicola? Oh, can we keep the bright pink, but swap the other pinks for different purples? Okay, so I've added in these 2 purples here.